You're good.
Okay, well, hello, this is Pastor Dan with the Messiah's Branch Mission Church. As you can see over there, there's our bus that we brought home from the mission church because we didn't want it vandalized during COVID. But I had a lot of people asking what happened to me, and they noticed that my wife looked like that she did the Friday thing by herself. Well, that's because I had an accident. That's also why I'm not fully dressed. You see this Frankenstein thing they have on my foot. This is actually the first day I've been able to put it on and wear it since I came out of the hospital. Okay, the other day it was raining. First off, this is my office. This is this is my office. This was a little building that was built for my mother many years ago. She only used it about 6 months and then went on, and then basically we'll just say that the building was donated to us on our property, so it became the ministry office. Okay, this is a wheelchair ramp that they made for, of course, for my mother, you know, to be able to get her up here. Well, notice there's no
Grip?
What do you call that, Elijah?
There's no grip tape?
Yeah, there's nothing to give you traction, and so can you see all this green moss?
Yeah, you can see it on the camera.
Okay, all that green moss, well, it gets on here, and it ain't bad. Like now, it's dry outside, it's not slick, but as soon as it gets a little bit wet, it gets slick. The other day, I was carrying a thing of 7-Up for the ministry office, and I was walking up the stairs, and it shined down on my foot. I went to step, I went like this, and my foot slipped out from underneath me like this, bending my toes all the way back. And then I came down full force with my leg underneath me on my knee. All those toes are black and blue. This big toe, this is the first day I've been able to walk with the bottom of it and touching anything because it hurts so bad. It's all swelled up. I fractured my ankle. All of this is all swelled up. This knee, where I've had a operation on before for I had a dead man's ligament or tendon put in it, ALC put in it years ago. It's all sore. It was all swelled up. Swellings went down, and this all hurts. But I also got 3 lumbar discs out in my back, and so all this went. So I'm in pain all the way down here like this. Anyway, so let's go in. Anyway, so what this is a ministry office. I was on the way in here. I just thought I'd give you folks a real short look at this. Okay, right here this is where I do talk radio at, and people say it's a say, well, we like your podcast. Well, it's actually radio. The radio station calls me and tunes me in, and we're on C-band satellite. We're also on an FM out of Oregon and some other stuff. And then it also simulcasts live on the net internationally, of course. Now, we've been doing this since 2000. I've been on with this radio station since 2004. I started out on shortwave in 2002 to battle that against a really bad false prophet. I was asked to go on the air. Anyway, so we do that, and then my son sits over there in the corner. I don't know if you could see that real quick. And you see all those books and everything. You can kind of show him the books and everything, Elijah. But what do you do over there, Elijah?
I basically make sure the radio program is recorded properly on our side so we can put them up on YouTube later after the podcast.
Right, we also put it on a podcast site,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we also do that too after I've edited the audio and made pictures for the radio programs as well.
Okay, well, you can focus on the screen real quick. I'll show you. This is our normal website, Messiah's Branch, prophecyhour.com. It works as our radio hub because I have a messiahsbranch.org site, but I badly need work on it. I'm a one person and don't know how to do it. I need some volunteer help. I just don't have it. So this is the ministry hub. You can find all the information you need. Like here, there's how you get on a donation in there. This is the most recent radio programs that I did, and that's how to search the blog. This is how to listen to satellite and international radio live. We're on live, and this is the download site. Now this site right here takes you over here to branch.podomatic.com. Now, all our radio archives going back to about 2004 here. As you can see, this is a composite picture made by my son Elijah, and this is branch.podomatic.com. Now, these programs, originally these radio programs, while I did want to go on the air and I first did it to combat a false prophet, the main reason for radio is to support the Mission Church. And while I get the pleasure of warning the world, carrying the gospel to all parts of the world with these programs, and again, like I say, they're radio programs. They're not, just a podcast. There's live people watching. Flip at those books a second. Those books, if you see those books, I don't pay for those books. Those books come to me from all around the world. And you got them by all kinds of people like Joel Richardson, Carl Gallups, and all other people. They send me these books, and they ask me to read those books and then have them on my radio program. And that's what draws people to radio programs. So on all Bible subject, there's 20 years worth of books. I have another whole attic that is full of books that would surpass this number that I've read.
That was my old room.
Yeah, what's your old room? Now it's filled up with stuff. We got to get up there sometime. Let's focus back on this a minute. So anyway, here's a really good picture. Elijah composed this picture of a couple of things, but like this one. I really like this one. These are 3 different pictures that he put together to do that. And people see, why are you doing it? But we've been doing this clear back before people really started doing it. When I first started talk radio, and put them on the internet. Not hardly anybody was putting their radio programs on the internet. We're talking back 2002, and I was putting up these things, and it was complicated, really, really complicated to be able to put it on there. But I had volunteer people to do it. As you can see, I've got 2 other screens because there's another computer. When radio is going on, there is 1, 2, 3 computers running to do radio. Just to do radio, there's 3 computers. And so anyway, because of my injury, I had to postpone radio, and every time I postpone radio, it hurts the ministry because this brings in support for the ministry. And again, I have lots of radio guests. I like doing a program. About 3 years ago, I started doing just 1 program a week with just my wife, because that way I could have a way to talk, and I don't like just talking to myself. Other radio program is guest. Stan Johnson was supposed to be on this week, and he wasn't. Michael Snyder, he's a regular, and here's one of his programs that did really well, and this is at the podcast site, branch.podomatic.com. But anyway, I just want to tell you what happened to me. Recovery, I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm still in severe pain. This is the longest I've been up in days. I feel like the Father has his hands on me, and I work out a lot, and I'm really, really strong. And so, I feel like I'm coming back, but it's going to take some time for some of this stuff to heal. What can you do for us? Lift us up in prayer. We really do need your prayers, because this has also put a lot of pressure on my wife at the church, because we're a 3-person team. Elijah, my son, and my wife, and I. We're basically, Messiah's Branch is a mission church, but we're a home church with a building. And that's what I've been saying for many years. People come and go. Sometimes we have as high as in the congregation, we have as high as 26 or 30, but it gets down to low where it's just family. Right now with COVID, it's just family, and the people and anybody that comes in is somebody that we know who they've been around. We have been playing it safe. But anyway, so just lift us in prayer. If you want to help, that's amen. You can do that. You can do it at prophecyhour.com. That's where I was at. You can go over there to prophecyhour.com. You click on there, and there's right there with PayPal. And down here it tells you can also get to a place where it tells you right here where this little alien is, and it says greetings. Focus on that dude a minute. He's been with me for a long time. This little alien. He says greetings. Contact and donation page, email, phone number, address, and how to make donations. You can do that over the phone. You can do it. I prefer not over the phone because it takes me a while to type it in. But you can do it over the phone. You can mail a check or money order, and all those different ways are found right there. Just simply PayPal, and that's the easiest way. But pray about supporting Wichita Mission Church. We are down. it's hard to explain the ministry unless you was rich. With us, we're used to always going to zero. People say, well, they always do it with barely any money. Well, it costs a lot to do this. Not only do we give them food, but there's medications and Bibles and first aid and clothing and all these different things that we do for them. And then we minister to their personal needs. You never know what way you're going to help one person and then the next. It's just different. And you have to go how you're led. So, well, I can't count how many times I spent the last of the money that I had in a bank account or in my pocket on a pair of shoes or so on and so forth, or maybe some gas for somebody's car or something, you know. So, yeah, it looks like we're always in need, but the Father has always provided. Right now we're at a low place because of some of the things that I do. During the week I do research, I read books, I do research. I keep 3 other websites going with the latest and breaking news, and that's what's right here at prophecyhour.com. In this column right here you can see all the articles that we're concerned with. I read these articles and then I put them up there for other people to have. But I also do 2 other websites for this, one for another ministry and one just another one of our sites. But I keep up 3 websites going all the time during the week, plus doing research for radio and to be able to minister sometimes once in a while on Facebook. But usually I just post things to Facebook or Twitter or something like that. I don't spend a lot of time reading it and doing all those things. And 90% of those videos that everybody sends me over there and says, you got to see this is breaking, I've already seen them, you know. And it's not because somebody sent them to me on Facebook, because I was doing research and caught them when they were happening, or I know days ahead of time that somebody's going to do it. That's what I am. I am a researcher. I'm a pastor, I'm a researcher, a radio talk show host. So right now, well, I hate the word show. Show means you're trying to entertain. I'm not trying to entertain you. It's a program. I am giving you a program, trying to teach you something, you know, some way that you can grasp it on your own. That we are in the end times. We're in that time of the end. It's going to get worse and worse. That's why the devil's been coming so hard against this ministry, is because we are very effective against Satan and his devices. But he comes against us. But anyway, lift us up in prayer. Yeah, pray for my leg. If you want to make a donation, that's how to do it. And if you're over there in Wichita, we still need all the things like clothing and all that stuff. And I'll probably be over there just sitting and watching. But we are looking for somebody, maybe out of the family, so to speak, over there to get over there to help my wife, because she really does need the help. Anyway, lift us in prayer. Help if you can. Bye, goodbye, and shalom.